So I think I'm gonna do a vlog. I found this book, The Dictionary of Lost Words. I'm not really sure how I came to this book, but it is one of those books that I feel like I'm gonna love. And because I feel like I'm gonna love it, I'm a little bit nervous. And so I thought it might be interesting to bring you all along with me. What if it's disappointing? I just read The Midnight Library and I was incredibly disappointed by that. So I think that's adding a little bit more to my nerves because I'm so excited about this book. But let's see. Let's see together. So it's called The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams, and it's about a girl named Esme. And she is born in 18 something, but she's living at Oxford with her father, and her father is working with a group of people, a group of men in particular, and they are putting together words for the very first Oxford English Dictionary. And Esme, who is a little girl, is realizing that some words are not being included. As she grows up, Esme realizes that words and meanings relating to women's and common folks' experience often go unrecorded. And so she begins to search out words for her own dictionary, the Dictionary of Lost Words. To do so, she must leave the sheltered world of the university and venture out to meet the people whose vocabulary will fill these pages. Oh, I hope so much that this is a good book. The second thing I found really interesting about this book, so once I got it, I started flipping through the pages, as one does, smelling it, as one does. I like looking at how the words look on the page, and I thought this looked very pretty and nice, but then, as I was flipping through, in the back, it says, about the typeface. This book was set in Bulmer, a typeface designed in the late 18th century by the London type cutter William Martin. The typeface was created especially for the Shakespeare press, directed by William Bulmer, hence the font's name. Bulmer is considered to be a transition typeface containing characteristics of old style and modern design. It is recognized for its elegantly proportioned letters, width, their long ascenders and descenders. And I just find it so cool that a book has included why they chose this typeface, because that's something that I always look at when I get a new book. I always see what the words look like on the page because, I don't know, I love it. There is a timeline of major historical events featured in the novel, so you can go through as you're reading it, I guess, and see what's happening. Then there's the timeline of the Oxford English Dictionary, so you can see how the dictionary came to be. It's just, I love all of the extras in the book. Another thing I really love is that there's a map. I don't know, I'm really excited to read this book. I hope so much that it's good. I hope I am not disappointed. And I just thought it would be really fun, maybe, to bring you along and we can experience it together to see if it is good or isn't good. My intention is to not put any spoiler alerts in here. I will say now with confidence that there's no spoiler alerts. If there are, I will tell you before I make them. Let's get started. May 1887, Scriptorium. It sounds as if it might have been a grand building where the lightest footstep would echo between marble floors and gilded dome, but it was just a shed in the back garden of a house in Oxford. Instead of storing shovels and rakes, the shed stored words. Every word in the English dictionary was written on a slip of paper the size of a postcard. Volunteers posted them from all over the world, and they were kept in bundles in hundreds of pigeonholes that lined shed walls. Dr. Murray was the one who named it the Scriptorium. He must have thought it in. Okay, so it's the next day. I'm on page 54. The way this book is broken up is in different parts. So it has 6 parts total, and I just finished part 1 last night. It is 1887 to 1896. I know this is just a short little summation because I'm not too far in, but I've been introduced to the characters. I know who they are. The author is doing a great job at making well-rounded characters where I know who they are. They each have distinct voices, and yeah, so far so good. I've done a lot today. I've been doing a lot, so I haven't been reading. I'm probably going to be reading a lot tonight in bed, which is my favorite place to read, and I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. I read a little bit last night. I woke up this morning with a migraine, so I haven't read a lot. Thankfully, I've taken some medicine and that's gone. Last night I got through the second part. I got up to, I am now on 1902 to 1907. There's a really interesting way that, what's her name, Pip Williams writes. And that is, I'm going to try to explain it. She does this thing where she tells you the result of something. And when you know the result, you know the thing that happened. So this is a small example. She has an aunt, and she'll write letters to her aunt, and you don't know what she wrote. The only way that you know what she wrote to her aunt is by her aunt's response. And she does that in a lot of things. You only see the consequence of Esme's actions, and it's only in certain things. It's only in certain parts of the book, and I find it a really interesting writing style, and I kind of like it. I kind of love it, so I'm really excited. Matt and I are gonna go jump in the car and go over to this little coffee shop near our house that we've wanted to try, and then we have a family party, so I'm not gonna be able to read until tonight. So I'm hoping to get through quite a bit today. We'll see, but I'm absolutely still in love with the book. It is phenomenal. Okay, so I don't know, a couple days later, I think, I'm not sure. I am on page 184. There's 353 pages in the book or something like that, and I'd like to finish the book today. So what I'm going to do is take a little me day and go do some fun stuff, get some coffee, maybe a mani-pedi, stuff like that. Things that will allow me to relax and finish my book. On my way out here to the car, I got something in the mail, so I thought I would show it to you because I'm super excited about it. It's the Golden Compass, or in the UK, I guess it's called Northern Lights. This is one of my absolute favorite books in the world. I love Lyra, I love all her crazy companions. I love this book series in a way I can't express, and it's so fitting that I got this in the mail today because I was just thinking last night that this might be up there with this, and yay! So we're gonna finish up this today to find out if it does indeed match this.
Congela todas mis palabras, busco tu mirada a mi alrededor, y un techo tapa este nubarrón. Te siento tan lejos, quiero ser el sol. Me tumbo a tus piernas, caliento toda tu voz. Que ya no llora, contagiamos el valor. Y déjame cantarte, aunque no tenga voz. Que quiero que
Okay, I finished reading my book. I don't know how to begin talking about this book. I absolutely loved it. The book is incredible. I told you a bit already about what the book is about. It's about a girl named Esme who lives in England, in Oxford, and her dad and a bunch of other men are putting together the first Oxford English Dictionary. And she begins to just love words. She loves what they mean. She loves what they represent. She finds herself being defined by words. And when she can't find a proper definition, she feels unseen. Because she feels unseen, she feels like if there's words that are spoken by other women, that they too are unseen because their words and their definitions are not being included in this dictionary that is being composed of words acceptable by men. I absolutely adore this idea. This book covers a lot of themes around women, who they are, where their voices come from, how their voices are found, how their voices are dismissed, how their experience is considered less than. I feel like this book does a great job bringing up so many thought-provoking questions and answering none of them, which I appreciate in a way I can't explain. Esme is living in Oxford during the suffragette movement, and this brings up so much around the idea of what does it mean to be an activist? What does it mean to be someone who wants change, believes that women are equal to men? Is one form of fighting oppression more valid than another? Even within the movement of women who are fighting for a voice and fighting for acknowledgement, even within that, there's women who ignore the voices of others. And what does that mean? Are they doing the same thing that the men are doing to them? There's themes around, the male ally and what is their role and are they indeed an ally? It's just so good. I love this book so much. It was like some books, when I get towards the end of the book, I kind of like, okay, I get it. We're wrapping it up. Let's go. And in this book, I hung on every single word until the very end. I read the epilogue. I read all the supplemental stuff in the back. I adored this book in a way. I feel like there's some books that we love because they have great stories or they make us feel a certain way. And then there's some books that make us feel seen or make us feel heard, that we relate to in a very deep way. And for me, The Golden Compass and Miss Lyra, and now The Dictionary of Lost Words and Miss Esme are absolutely that for me. In the back of the book, there is the timeline of the Oxford English Dictionary. And this is true history of how the Oxford English Dictionary came about. Do what you want if you're going to read the book. My recommendation is to read the book and then read that. Because for me, that's how I did it, which of course you should do things the way I do them. When I did that, at the end when I read this history, I just felt so much more connected to everything I just read. I felt like everything that I just read felt more alive. Another thing that I don't typically read is the acknowledgments. I usually skim them, but I don't usually know anyone's name in there. They're not, I feel like they're typically not for me. But the way that Pip Williams writes her acknowledgments is she defines the word that she is about to talk about. So acknowledgement, the act of confessing, admitting, or owning, confession, avowal. And there's a quote in here that I absolutely love. This is just one story, the telling of which has helped me understand things I consider important. I've made it up, but it's full of truth. I would like to acknowledge women and men of the Oxford English Dictionary, past, present, known, and unknown. I just feel like I made it up, but it's full of truth. That encapsulates this book to a T. I feel like I'm at a loss for words because I have so many thoughts going through my mind. I finished reading this book about half an hour ago, and I feel like in the future, if I'm going to do a vlog about a book that meant so much to me, I think I need to have some more time in between, because I can't find all the right words to describe this. If you're looking for a definition of women, I feel like the Dictionary of Lost Words will give it to you. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm so happy I did this vlog. I'm so happy that I found this book. I hope that if you're watching this, you'll read it. It's a good book. Read it.